Good morning, class.
Good morning.
Today I'd like to share with you someone who's very dear to me, someone who defines hard work, patience, and trustworthiness. It's a role model that I look up to and strive to be more like every day. My mother, Sherry Jackson, has had the greatest impact on anyone that I've met so far throughout my life. She's always providing for her 2 kids, making sure that they're healthy, happy, they have food on the table, and they have a good childhood. She's also teaching us very valuable life lessons I've learned the most from my mother. She was born in Guyana, the land of many waters. She's the youngest of 3 children born to my grandparents, and she immigrated here in 1976 when she was only 6 years old. When my grandparents came here, they didn't have very much. All their family was back in Guyana, so they had to work very hard. They had a hard-working mentality, which they instilled into my mother. They have to work very hard where they are today to be retired, have a big house, and have a loving family. And I see those same qualities that they had within my mother. One valuable life lesson that I've learned from my mother is the importance of hard work. I'm convinced that she's the hardest working woman on this planet. She's self-sacrificing, always putting her 2 kids before anything else. She has to make sure that we go to school, we stay healthy, we grow up in a good environment. She's a single mother too, and she has strong traits of independence and hardworkiness, which is a trait that I admire her very much for. Without her dedication to her job, I might have had a very different life growing up. She's been in the hospitality industry for over 20 years now. And to get where she is today at a managerial position was no easy task. There were many sleepless nights where she would have to stay, work 3 shifts maybe. There were many points where she couldn't see her 2 kids who lived with her grandparents at the time because the only work she could find was in New Jersey. This was like for 5 years. She lived in Philly, but she had to travel 1 hour and 30 minutes every day to and from work because that was the only well-paying job that she could find with her expertise. Another valuable life lesson that I've learned from my mother is the importance of honesty, whether it be a good or bad thing. One thing I can't do is lie to my mother. Who else can you trust? And I'd want a person to be truthful to me. I wouldn't want them to lie to me. I can tell my mother anything because she's open to mistakes and failures. Her honesty makes her a more genuine person, which I try to show throughout myself. I try to be more honest with people, whether it's good or bad. If it might hurt them, I feel like it's important to hear the truth more often than not. Many people lie, which is like it shows that you're disingenuine, but if you're more honest, it shows that you really care for that person. I try to keep this straightforward mentality myself. And as I've expressed, I love my mother very dearly. She's the reason that I'm alive today. She was one of my greatest role models. There's no one harder working, caring, dedicated to her work, and truthful. When I think of a good parent, she comes to mind. And one day I hope to instill these same qualities that she has with my parenting. Okay, thanks for listening.